Once upon a time, there lived a loving couple named Michael and Lucy. They were very happy together, but there was one thing they wanted more than anything else: a child. For many years, they tried and tried, but Lucy couldn't get pregnant. They prayed, visited doctors, and waited patiently. One bright morning, their dream came true. Lucy found out she was going to have a baby. Michael and Lucy were overjoyed. When their baby girl was born, they named her Emma. She was the light of their lives, and they loved her more than anything. Emma grew up to be a cheerful and curious girl. She loved to play, draw, and read stories. Michael and Lucy did everything to keep her safe and happy. They made sure she went to the best school and had everything she needed. One sunny day, after school, Emma waited for her parents to pick her up, but Michael and Lucy were busy with their work and forgot to pick her up. Emma waited and waited until the school was empty. She decided to walk home by herself. Emma tried to remember the way home, but she got lost. She walked through unfamiliar streets and felt scared. As she was crossing a road, she didn't see a car coming. The car hit her and Emma fell to the ground. Many people gathered around and someone called an ambulance. Michael and Lucy were at home when they received a call from the hospital. Their hearts sank when they heard what had happened. They rushed to the hospital as fast as they could. When they arrived, they saw Emma lying in a bed with bandages on her head and arm. The doctor told them that Emma will be okay, but she needed to rest and recover. Michael and Lucy were relieved but also filled with guilt. They sat by Emma's side, holding her hand and promising never to let anything like this happen again. As Emma began to wake up, she saw her parents and smiled weakly. Michael and Lucy hugged her gently and told her how sorry they were for forgetting her. Emma nodded and said she was just happy to see them. From that day on, Michael and Lucy made sure to always double-check everything to keep Emma safe. They talked to her about what to do if she ever got lost again, teaching her important phone numbers and how to ask for help. Even though Emma was hurt, she was brave and strong. She knew her parents loved her very much. Slowly but surely, she started to feel better, and soon she was back to playing just like before. As the days passed, Emma's strength returned and she was able to leave the hospital. Michael and Lucy were so grateful to have their daughter back home. They decided to spend more time together as a family, making special memories and ensuring Emma always felt safe and loved. One weekend, they planned a picnic at the park. Emma was excited to play on the swings and feed the ducks in the pond. They packed a basket with Emma's favorite snacks and headed out for a fun-filled day. At the park, Emma met a new friend named Lily. They played together, sharing their toys and jingling. Michael and Lucy watched happily, knowing how much Emma enjoyed making friends. They chatted with Lily's parents, who were kind and friendly. As the sun began to set, Michael and Lucy packed up their picnic and said goodbye to Lily and family. On the way home, Emma chatted about her new friend and how much she had. Michael and Lucy smiled, glad to see their daughter so happy. That night, as they tucked Emma into bed, she looked up at them and said, "Thank you for today. I had the best time." Michael and Lucy kissed her goodnight, their hearts full of love. The next morning, Emma woke up early, excited to go back to school and tell her classmates about her adventures at the park. Michael and Lucy made sure she had everything she needed and walked her to school holding her hand tightly. As they reached the school gate, Emma hugged her parents and ran inside, waving goodbye. Michael and Lucy watched her go, feeling proud of their brave little girl. Unknown to them, a new challenge was waiting just around the corner. Later that week, Emma had a special project at school. She was chosen to work on a science experiment with her classmates. They were going to build a small volcano that could erupt with baking soda and vinegar. Emma was drilled about the project and spent hours drawing plans and gathering materials. Michael and Lucy helped Emma with her project at home, cutting cardboard and painting it to look like a real volcano. They laughed together as they mixed baking soda and vinegar to create mini eruptions in their kitchen sink, practicing for the big day at school. On the day of the science fair, Emma proudly carried her volcano into the classroom. She sat in on the table with her classmates' project, feeling excited and nervous. Her teacher praised her hard work and Emma beamed with pride. Throughout the day, students and teachers came up to see the science project. Emma explained how her volcano worked and showed off the colorful lava flowing down its sides. Everyone was impressed and Emma felt like a real scientist. After the science fair, Michael and Lucy picked Emma up from school. She couldn't stop talking about how much she had and how her volcano was a bit hit. Michael and Lucy listened attentively, proud of their daughter's enthusiasm and dedication. As they walked home together, Emma skipped ahead, her backpack bouncing on her shoulder. She stopped to pick a white flower growing by the sidewalk and tucked it behind her ear, smiling brightly at her parents. Little did they know, another adventure was waiting for them that evening. One weekend, Michael suggested they all go for a hike in the nearby wood. It was a bright, sunny day, perfect for exploring nature. Emma was excited to bring Snowflake along on their adventure. They packed a backpack with snacks, water, and a small leash of Snowflake. As they walked along the windy trails, Emma held Snowflake's leash tightly, marveling at the tall trees and chirping birds. Snowflake trotted happily beside her, sniffing at even bush and fallen leaf. They stopped by a bubbling stream to rest and enjoy their snack. After a while, they decided to explore a path that led deeper into the woods. The trail became narrow and less traveled, but they were all caught up in the beauty of the surroundings. Suddenly, Snowflake's ears perked up and she darted off the trail, disappearing into the underbush. "Snowflake, come back," Emma called out. Her voice tinkled with worry. Michael and Lucy exchanged concerned glances, realizing Snowflake had wandered out of sight. They called her name and listened for any sign of her, but the forest remained quiet. "We have to find her," Emma said anxiously, her eyes scanning the dense foliage. With determination, they followed the path Snowflake had taken, hoping to catch a glimpse of her white view among the trees. As they ventured deeper into the woods, the sunlight filtered through the leaves, casting dapple shadows on the forest floor. Every rustle of leaves or snap of a twig made their hearts skip a beat as they searched for Snowflake. Just as they rounded a bend in the trail, they heard a faint mew coming from up ahead. Emma's eyes widened in relief and she ran ahead, following closely by Michael and Lucy. They nestled in a cozy hollow beneath a large tree. They found Snowflake's her tail flinging back and forth with excitement. "We found you, Snowflake," Emma exclaimed, scooping her up into her arms. Snowflake purred loudly, nuzzling against Emma's cheek. Michael and Lucy sighed with relief, grateful to have Snowflake safe and sound. They decided to take a break and sit together on a fallen log, enjoying the peace of the woods. But as they rested, a strange noise echoed from deeper within the forest, a low rumble that seemed to grow louder with each passing second. Emma clutched Snowflake tightly, her eyes wide with concern. "What was that?" she whispered, looking to her parents for answers. Michael and Lucy exchanged a worried glance, unsure of what could be making such a sound in the triangle wood. The rumble continued, vibrating through the ground beneath them. It felt as though the whole forest was holding its breath, waiting for whatever was causing the noise to reveal itself. And with that unsettling moment hanging in the air, they knew their peaceful hike had taken an unexpected turn. What was that sound? What did Emma do? Just watch out for part 2 of this interesting story. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more interesting African tales.